Everybody, welcome to another episode of Zoning Out, presented by the Comedy Zone. Not only everywhere that you listen to podcasts, but everywhere you watch podcasts. YouTube, really.
or people being injured or whatever it is you like to watch.
Yeah. Make sure you check us out on YouTube as well. Subscribe, do all the things.
The Zoning Out podcast on YouTube.
The Zoning Out podcast, yes.
Say it, Jonathan. Mash.
The Zoning Out podcast.
No.
Go ahead and mash that like and subscribe button.
Yeah. Because also I want.
Hey guys, coming at you with an unboxing video today. Got a brand new dildo, and I just want to.
That was Jonathan Paul, everybody.
That's right. I'm going to be
Lost
fighting
Paul brother.
Evander Holyfield
That's
in 2062.
I have done one open boxing video.
You've done an unboxing video?
I did one.
What
You could
was
tell
it?
I called it open boxing. I got these shoes. And then they sent them to me, and they were size 15s.
Oh, what?
So I was like, "What is?" So I recorded it.
Walk around in them.
And it was like they were so big. I was like, "These fit perfect." That was the whole joke.
Can you turn on my headphones a little bit?
Are they a little quiet on you, buddy?
Yeah.
He just had to show off
Just
every woman he knows that like he got some
that I
size
have
15
headphones.
shoes.
Oh,
Is that you?
I thought you about the headphones. I was
No.
like, I don't know if that's really a status
That has
thing.
nothing to do.
Did any of that work?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. We're good.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm Jordan Sentry, joined by Jonathan Williams and Jason Al King as always. Fellas, how y'all doing?
Good, Mr. Williams Comedy. I know you already said it, but I said it
Yeah.
again.
King
I'm
Jason
good.
Allen. By the way, guys, I think it's really important to mention that I now have surpassed 3,000 followers on Instagram.
Hey, congratulations.
Just wanna say-
Oh, you got a thing? Same thing.
Wait, nope, wrong one.
Too loud in the cans.
I hit all of the sound effects at once. You didn't
Dude, that's
hear any of
awesome.
that.
And
Yeah.
that's been like a goal since the beginning of the year, right? Like, where did
Yeah.
you start at?
Yeah, I think I can't remember what I was at the beginning of the year, but it was. I think I was at like 1,800 in 2024, something like that.
That's
so
a
I think
good
I'm up.
push, man.
I'm
That's a
up
big jump,
a
dude.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that's I did a post about it. You guys, it was so stupid, but I'm like, I don't care. That was a goal. I got there.
did,
Now I
man.
got to find a new goal.
It cannot hurt.
Yeah. So I want to say by June of next, like give myself like another. I'm going to shorten it a little bit. 4,000 by like June, by the summer. By
All
June.
right.
That's
a
my next
very,
goal.
That's a.
It's
that's,
lofty.
I
me.
think that's good. I think
Okay.
it's manageable.
I think it's a good goal.
Slow climb. It's a slow build, but I'm
Yeah.
okay
A
with
slow burn, one might say.
Uh,
Casey Musgraves, everybody, hello.
now, if we could just see how he's doing with juggling, I mean, we would really get
That's literally. I was going to say you had
Full
2
circle.
goals at the beginning of the year.
it. And the year is not over yet.
We're never getting the update about this.
What's holding you back? Just pure lack of talent,
A little bit of that. Yeah.
lack of potential, low
Lack of-
ceiling,
Yeah.
literal and figurative.
You just keep throwing them out.
Because
hard to
actually,
argue.
your literal ceilings could be a problem depending
Yeah.
on how aggressive you're getting.
No, I mean it's higher for me than it is for you guys. So I think I got.
That's a good. I wonder how legitimately good of a point that is. Actually,
Yeah, most of the time. That's why I get frustrated when I like lifting weights and stuff. It was Hulin. Did a show with Hulin, and he was like, and we're talking about weightlifting, and and he's like, yeah, you could do more weight because your arms are shorter. It's what he was giving me shit. It's like I see these short guys up. I'm like, what are you talking about? To the same amount of weight. It's like, what if I'm faster
but it's
than
less
you?
distance to lift it. Is that
Yeah,
the idea?
that's the idea.
Like,
It's so
you only have
annoying.
to get it from here to here.
It's like, yeah, that's
It's
the
relative,
full range of
motherfucker.
motion.
It's relative.
He got
thing
that.
is-
He got that from
The thing is, if you
bodybuilding.com.
work out 3.5 times a week,
Yes.
That's a really good point. But wait a minute. Do you mean like
the Josh?
you mean like Monday, Wednesday,
Yeah, no,
Friday? But there's
you're
7
not
days.
fucking listening.
Who only does
You
half
have
a workout,
to,
John?
You have to lift it less, so therefore,
God damn it.
1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inches, 4. Remember they keep
Yeah.
laying
Yeah.
stuff.
Does that also mean that I should be slower than people when I run because my legs
Well,
are shorter?
I mean,
I
actually,
think that
yes.
actually might
Actually
have
is
some
a thing.
merit.
But
yeah.
I'm fast. I
Well,
used to be
you're
faster than
just-
a lot of people.
Well, then you're just fast.
so I should then be
You are-
my
you-
timing should be different than other people's if that's the case. Technically.
You mean like your stride?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if we ran the same distance, I should be technically, even if they beat me by a little bit, I could
You
probably
should
still be
considered a
faster
winner,
than them.
Yeah. I think that's definitely true.
It's the DEI of tracking. Is that right? Did I use that right?
Yeah, you used it perfectly.
Yeah.
No notes.
Listen, I want this whole podcast to be about
Well,
me.
I mean, look, we could do some further research on whether or not Jason is right about that, but unfortunately, AWS, Amazon Web Services,
yeah, there you
was
go.
down today.
That's right. And they broke the internet.
Yes, no, that is
Wow.
the outstanding part. They pretty much did because so many websites, gaming,
Charlotte
services-
Mecklenburg school systems
Wow.
whole deal. I had a text or email about it. I can't find it.
Yeah.
That just all right. So does that? I mean, talk more about it. But does that make anybody nervous?
Well, that's been the whole discussion of like,
Yeah.
is it a good idea that AWS pretty much has a monopoly
Yeah.
on accessing the internet?
Oh, I could have answered that at any time and said no.
Yeah.
We
I
didn't
think,
need this to happen to know that.
Isn't there like some laws against that?
Well, yeah, but
monopoly law? Come on, that's
Yeah.
not real life.
we don't
anymore.
really.
Yeah.
Nobody really
There's
subscribes to that.
antitrust laws that
Yeah.
no one gives a flying.
But
because the people who are going to break the laws are the people with all the power.
yeah,
So-
unfortunately.
Yes, that's correct.
But from what I understand, the issue with like AWS is pretty similar to the issue with Amazon.com and the fact that like it's so convenient to use
Yeah.
and or get started that people just default to that versus picking another system that may be more
Right.
complicated. I think pricing, I think, is pretty affordable too compared to other cloud-based
Yeah.
services. So a lot of companies just defaulted to that, and man, when it doesn't work, it does not work.
Yeah.
Oh man, I kind of there is. I mean, I know the consequences of this would be massive and far-reaching, more than I can possibly comprehend. But there is a part of me that just wants some kind of like Mr. Robot type thing to happen, where just the whole internet is just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be just.
There is something there's something exciting about that.
That
it
is,
gives
yeah.
me
Yeah.
a half. You know, like
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. Jeez,
yeah, I
Christ.
regret that.
Yeah.
But it does. Yeah, it's kind of a thrilling thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like.
I was slow.
So
to,
we're looking at some of
yeah.
these services that were affected by
Yeah, go ahead.
AWS being down. Amazon, no surprise there, and Amazon services. But we also got Canva, Coinbase for all the crypto bros out there, Duolingo. That I wasn't trying to learn
Major
Japanese anyway.
disruption
so
in
many
that- people's lives.
so many disruptions. No say.
Yeah.
It'd be tough for my dad.
We
He's a
got
big
who is
Duolingo
still
guy.
using Flickr? Are you serious?
No.
That's funny.
I don't know if I ever
Eventbrite
did.
actually.
Eventbrite couldn't
Yeah.
sell any tickets
Oh yeah,
today.
that's a problem for us.
But by the way, I used Canva today, like quite a bit, and
Really?
I wasn't affected at all.
Huh. Well, hey.
maybe it was just earlier in the.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know.
Maybe it was
Are you
just
suggesting that
intermittent.
I wasn't up at 8
absolutely
a.m.?
assuming that you were not
You
doing.
know what?
this.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it in the morning.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just interesting like how much of the internet was affected
Yeah.
by just one service going
Oh,
down.
shit, Mike. I use Microsoft.
My
Microsoft
Fitness Pal. I
has
use
it.
my Fitness Pal and I was
Yeah.
able to access it. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah,
Being
PlayStation,
lied
Pokemon Go. That's still a thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting that some of these things I'm surprised are still surviving.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest.
Strava. You use Strava?
I used Strava.
I don't use
I used it today.
did,
It
you
worked.
I don't know what's
Well,
up with
I
this
used it at like 6.
Yeah.
Like five
one.
or 6.
You got ahead of the curve then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. 5 p.m. Come on. Who are you
Yeah,
talking
what was
to?
I thinking? Yeah.
So I mean, I think this was
Wait.
the point I was making is I think it got resolved by then.
This is funny. WeList, WEALIST, wrote, somewhere an AWS engineer just spilled coffee and accidentally paused civilization.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. But like, you know, I do like what you said, Jonathan. Let's play that out a little bit. Like maybe, wouldn't it be nice to have like maybe an internet holiday?
Yeah. I think COVID,
I
if
think
anything,
an
proved
internet
that.
month off.
Yeah. It would be fascinating. Again, COVID for me was kind of beautiful for, I think a lot of people, especially early on, experienced this really wonderful pause of work and
Absolutely.
having to do all this other stuff that we just maybe don't even have to do, but
Yeah.
we're just kind of doing it.
Yeah.
I remember I talked to a college friend. We had this really wonderful conversation where we just were kind of like, we're just home with families. He's spending time with his daughter and he's working 2 jobs and all that stuff paused for a while. And he's like, this is like for a week. Like, this is pretty beautiful stuff. It's not vacation because you don't You're not doing all this stuff on vacation. You're home. Like Yahtzee, the prices for Yahtzee.
And you're terrified of dying at any time.
Yeah.
Is also
There's that.
We're
not talking about that specifically.
Well, I mean, that's part of the package, though.
I mean, that's if you believe it.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Jason, famous COVID denier.
But wasn't there even still during COVID, and correct me if I'm being a complete piece of shit, was that it was like a lot of early pandemics, from what I understand, it was young. It was the very young and the very old, and the people who were sick were the ones who were affected.
Not young people.
Wasn't young people?
Nah,
Kids barely got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sort of remembering a little bit, but it was like affirmed people and like that. So not everybody was dealing with that.
I guess it felt less scary. But once everything shut down, then to me that was enough. Where I was just like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's we're kind of beside the point of what you're saying.
Anyway, something about like this conversation where it's like if you just took all this stuff away and we had to, suddenly go outside and start planting flowers and shit.
I agree. I think it would be healthy as a society if we just periodically reset something big.
Think about this. Think about this. In 2000, I didn't have a cell phone for a long time. I didn't have one until 2005. But so whatever time before you had a phone, let's even say even dumb phones.
Okay.
Like
that's the thing too.
Yeah.
When you weren't on the phone or in the presence of another person, you didn't have some shit you had to be checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Ever. Like maybe email once every 2 weeks or whatever. Like, I mean, think about that's like a luxury to imagine that.
Yeah. Remember when we used to read?
Dude.
Yeah.
This absolutely obliterated me as a reader.
Yeah.
This freaking phone.
It absolutely did. Me too.
Well, do you say that
used to read a lot.
because of your?
I went to fucking graduate school for
short-term memory. Not short-term memory.
I was going to say for reading.
Do you mean
great writers are great readers, Jordan?
Do you mean that the phone made you have a shorter attention span, or do you mean you just do more on there?
I think it's a few
mind-numbing?
things.
Both.
I think it's both of the things you said, but it's also like, hey, there's a book I could grab, or just
Okay.
It's just,
I read now. I quote unquote read now more than I have in a very very long time.
I'm gonna need
because I listen to books.
Okay.
So I do that more now over the last few years in books that I've read, and I have an English degree. I was reading all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
No, this I mean,
there's something about it that's convenient.
I just the
consume. I think is
there.
the word I should
It's not.
use.
I think it's probably not the only thing that kind of fucked with my reading habits, but I think it's the main thing because just I used to have a book with me everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everywhere I went, I had one.
Yeah.
I
read everything now. I read porn now, guys.
Wait,
I don't.
Wait.
I
You
don't.
turn, no,
I
hold
don't.
on.
Wait.
You turn the subtitles
Wait,
on?
do you yeah, no, that's what I was like.
I'm kidding.
I was like, do you mean you read smut or do you mean you read the comments?
I don't actually read that at all. I just thought it would be funny. But because I was watching a video and it was one of those on the street videos, and this one girl was like, I read porn all the time. And the guy was like, what?
Yes.
She's like,
one of the smut books.
Smut.
Oh,
Yeah, she
got
reads
it.
smut.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, I read it constantly. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Because you're into like screenplays and stuff, so you access scripts. I thought maybe you got the
Yeah.
script of something.
A lot of pizza delivery and yeah.
Yeah, Daddy.
But that's
Have you ever finished one of those movies, Jason?
finished what?
Movies?
Like you turned it on because I don't know. There's just a YouTube thing. You're not supposed to say
a porn video.
Okay,
Is that what you're talking about?
yes.
Oh, I'm asking.
Oh.
You called it movies?
Yeah, there's a YouTube thing. You're not supposed to say certain words within X amount of seconds. But whatever. We ain't talk about that. But either way, we're here now. So yes, have you ever seen a porn movie and like you got what you got out of it? And you're like,
I got to be honest. I'm not like a big crazy porn guy. So. Okay. I'm not sure. Like, have I ever finished one? Like, saw it to the
Well,
end?
I'm saying, like Cinemax, they would have like the ones that have like actual plot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe.
No.
I don't know how to.
No, when it has served its purpose, I want to break my phone.
There's something.
I'm like, no, get the. Ugh. That's vile. No one should do what they're doing.
Well, I regret
Yuck.
bringing
Icky.
that up earlier now because I don't like. I don't know if I've ever. It's sort of that thing, right? There used to be jokes about like where the VHS tape was paused or was where it was finished. You were like, yeah, somebody found their dads or whatever. They'd be like, that's
Dude,
what my dad
you want to
got
know
off.
something
Terrible.
that real happened that could never happen now?
What's that?
Is
God.
it's sort of the story you just said, a little bit the reverse. I had a tape that I stole from my uncle. My cousin and I both broke into his.
Oh wait, I think you've told that.
I actually
on here
have
before.
a joke about this.
Yeah.
That like I haven't quite figured out how to make it work. But we went into his bedroom and found all his VHS porn, and we each took one because we were like, what's he gonna do? There's no, we win unless he wants to tell his sisters that their sons took his porn. And I doubt he even noticed. He had a lot.
You know what's
Whoa.
you know what's really funny about that? Him as an adult man probably should have been like, "Hey, knuckleheads took my tapes."
Yeah.
Like
It could have been.
I know it's sort of funny, but like I think the real adult answer would be like, "Hey, they got tapes. You should probably get those from those guys."
Yeah.
But
I know it's not as funny
definitely
though.
Definitely did not happen. But but anyway, so I had one, and that was my tape. That's what I had. That was it. That was my deal.
You knew it.
And it
backwards
had,
and forwards.
Yeah, it had like 5 scenes on it or whatever. And I had it on, and I didn't have a TV in my bedroom, but we did have like a basement, so it was kind of, my room was here and then there's base. So I was down there, I was watching it, and my dad walked in, and so I flipped the channel really quick, and then I forgot, and I flipped the channel, whatever. But so he was in the room with me, and it came on.
No.
And it was like it was like going, and I just changed it, and I was like, I don't know what happened.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know. It must have been a whatever. And I think my dad was just so not eger to do anything
To have
about
that
it. He was just
conversation,
kind of
yeah.
like, oh, all right. Well, I'm going to leave you to it. Which honestly, I look back on that and I'm like, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, good move. Good work, buddy.
That was the move. No need to dig into that.
Nobody wants to deal with that, do they? No, they don't. I'm looking for the next topic so we can move on from this.
Yeah.
That was in a house owned by the church.
I figured. I was about to say how that
I have
impacted.
so many thoughts.
Yeah.
Plumtree Presbyterian Church. Mark the time in case I decide we need to delete
gotta take it
that.
out.
But I don't give a shit about those people. They'll be all right.
Speaking of places getting closed, that
would be
Plumtree
hilarious.
Church. The Comedy Zone at Cherokee, Harris Cherokee Casino and Resort, the Comedy Zone was there, is officially closed its doors
Yeah. It's disappointing.
abruptly. They got essentially a letter that just said, I guess, can no longer. It's
do
closed
shows anymore. Yeah,
they're
apparently
done.
from what I've heard, it was a very it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
For lack of better terminology.
It's a shame. I have so many good memories there.
I had just had the best week there that I've ever had there. We had a great time. I sold a bunch of merch. The shows were great. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I guess it was that I want to say Monday or Tuesday or whatever. Yeah, Sam over there. I will say this. Obviously, having another comedy club close is very disappointing.
Of course.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
But I do feel really badly for Sam and Leo and Will. They were, and the other staff, Christine, like they were just. I loved all those people. They were really, really cool. I mean, I had my issues with it there. Like there were some things about it that just weren't great, but it's like any other club. But I loved them. They were great. They made it a really good time, and they took care of us. And it's very disappointing that happened. I don't know. I think there's still more information to come out about why that happened. I hope that we hear about it, but I feel bad for them because they now, their livelihoods have now been affected.
Yeah, and that's never fun for anybody, right? So you got to Samantha and the team. We definitely hope y'all find, gainful employment as soon as possible because no one wants to lose their job just out of nowhere like that. And I mean, it's never good to lose another comedy club. Generally speaking, I mean, if clubs are like shorting people, then get them out of here.
Right.
But that's not that's not what this is.
Not
so,
what was happening.
So.
I mean, there's some of the conversation about what it was is a little cringy. There's certainly the I just don't know what's been official yet, so I'm a little hesitant to say. But I think with John Reap working there, I think that had something to do with it. That's a little bit of the buzz. But again, whether or not I should say that, I don't know. But I feel like that's just it's hard not to bring it up. It's a podcast. We're in the loop a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you wanted to mention that part, but that was the part that was kind of shocking to me because I heard some of that too. And my thing is the whole John Reap thing happened. We're like 2-3 months ago at this point, so it's weird that they would wait
that long ago. No, it couldn't be that long.
I feel like it's been a good 2. Am I off?
I kind of think so. I think it has been actually. I'm just trying to think.
Mid-October, about mid-April, August. I mean, seems about right. Either way, it just seems like they wait. If that was really the reason why, it seems like they waited a long time.
Yeah, there's some buzz about it. So like I said, whether or not I should have said it, I don't know. I'll take that heat later.
And also, let me just say, if entertainment venues are going to start shutting down because an entertainer has a sketchy past, well,
they're
buddy, Live Nation is going there to join. The Fillmore is done.
This has been something that I haven't quite been able to figure out. I mean, with a lot of the things that about people getting canceled because of rightfully so things they've done or whatever. Even my thoughts on whether cancel culture exists is another conversation. I feel like there's a lot of industries that have been just had no real issues with it.
Yeah,
like the music industry. You can't I just think of every singer out there. All this there's been a lot of really shitty things. Professional 100%. Athletes. I feel like there's a lot of that hasn't really. I don't know. Just seems selective. I guess maybe is the thing.
Maybe selective is the right word because you're right. Because I mean, we see people that get caught, canceled, whatever you say, and rightfully so, right? But for every one of those, there's like 100 that nothing ever happens.
Yeah, I mean, we're still seeing how the Jimmy Page and Led Zeppelin. He was dating a 14-year-old girl.
Right. Yeah. So
you've never heard any
when was that?
In the 70s. Yeah. It was kind of wild, man. And there's a bunch of these examples, and there's been no real backlash. Why? Because they're retired, or I don't know. It's just.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't even matter if they were I think you could say Jerry Seinfeld is still active, and he dated the 16-year-old or whatever when he was 20-something.
Yeah, there's a one picture, and I don't know if any of this is true or whatever, but he picked her up from high school.
Yes,
that's one picture. Now I don't know if that's actually, if that's the. I haven't fact checked the photo to see if that's what it is, but it was Jerry's picking up his girlfriend in high school.
She's my girlfriend. She's in high school. Drop her off in high school. It makes sense.
It's horrific. Anyway,
we're gonna film a sketch of you being pedo Jerry Seinfeld.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Man, Jonathan, sometimes you just gotta be willing to sacrifice things.
Yeah.
How much do you want
Jordan,
to be famous?
You are A+ buddy. Keep going. Keep it going.
But I mean, listen, we were talking earlier off air about sacrifice, right? And how sometimes you have to give up real life
virgin
things.
Versus animal.
Yeah.
Which one do we want to do?
Well, you're going virgin. But we
Jesus.
we have to skip out on things, right? Yeah. That's actually a good point.
It happens.
And I say that to say I just experienced that yesterday, as a matter of fact, because I was opening at the comedy club at Duckworth. Shout out to Duckworth. Opening for Katie Boyle, hilarious comedian. And the booker asked me if I was available this coming up weekend to open for a guy. Nice. But there was a concert that I was going to go to Friday for this rap group called Lil Brother. Now, Lil Brother is a North Carolina hip-hop group, underground group, but they are amazingly talented. Had a big influence on Drake early on in his career. Nice. And this is their retirement tour. There's no more after this, and the show was going to be in Raleigh. So this is I'm probably never going to get a chance to see them again. I'd never seen them live before, but then it's we're chasing this thing, right? and it's just so hard to make that call. And ultimately, I made the call to open for the guy this weekend. So come see me at Duckworth's again this weekend. But it was a really tough decision, man. And like now I'm just gonna have to hopefully find some footage on YouTube to watch this concert that I'm not gonna make it out to, man.
Yeah, I mean, and tell me, like, walk us through the decision. I mean, that's obviously something you really wanted to do, but you want the experience at the club to meet this particular person.
Yeah, exactly. So it's funny you asked that because this was like the third time I basically was propositioned to skip out and going to this concert.
That doesn't feel good at all.
It didn't sound the best word. Well, the first proposition came from you. Well,
Wait,
because Jason is kicking off he's restarting the Funny at Lenny series.
Laugh
at
Lenny.
Lenny's series this Friday. So you asked me if I wanted to spot on that show, but I had that concert. So I was like, nah, sorry, man, I can't do it. Now, another group of Austin comedians, they asked me to open for them at something that they're doing over in Waxhaw. Okay. I was like, no, I got this concert I'm going to. I'm sorry, I appreciate it. And it's this third time when I got offered a full weekend, which means $500.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm the feature act, so it's a good amount of stage time. It's in a club.
So she was good looking enough, and
it's
you were like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like you're getting proposition. Like, I was staying with the metaphor.
Yeah, exactly.
So finally you found a date nice enough that you were like,
pretty much.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I get it.
That, and also I will say, as much as I do love Little Brother, that concert is in Raleigh, so that's like a 5-hour round trip. Versus I do get to still do something I like and get paid for it, and it's local, and I'll be home in 10 minutes.
This goes to.
I think you fucked up. In the wrong city.
Dude, I'm still like, not torn because I made the decision, but I'm still feeling like, man, at what point do you have to? Because you still have to live life.
Yeah,
like you can't be all comedy. You have to get out because that's where your material comes from at the end of the day.
That's what I was actually just gonna say. Where it's like, this is why I think comedy is so attractive to people. Is it is still fun. And I know that's not what you just meant a moment ago, but it's like, to me, it's like, it's work, but it's opportunity, it's networking opportunities, whatever it is, but it's still a blast. And like the worst shows I've ever been on are still better than most days at work.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
So, that makes it that much easier to, kind of pass on some of the more, the life things. Yeah. And I came from a world of working in film production where it has changed a little bit now, but the attitude of on film sets and stuff is nothing. It's the film bubble. They call it the film bubble. Nothing else exists outside of it. Yeah. Your excuse of, it's my mom's birthday, so I was gonna head out early today. That just does not exist, or did not exist in the film business at all. Wow. It was not. It was go home. We'll find somebody else. Like, go. Right. Yeah. It was that kind of shit. I worked as a production assistant early on. You weren't allowed to sit down. You could not sit down. If you sat down, they'd be
that's like the 12-hour
plus.
12 or more.
12, I mean, 12 at the least.
That's just like, that's people just getting off on it.
I think you're right. And I think there is still quite a bit of toxicity in the business, but it has come a long way. Mm-hmm. But again, going back to our case in point here is, I sacrificed. So there's a story in my family where I was working on a TV show, and it was my niece Brittany, who you guys have met. She lives here in the neighborhood, and it was her birthday party, and it was Sunday morning or whatever it was, and I went to Harris Teeter, and I was getting her a present, a card, and stuff like that, and I got in the car to go over there, and I fell asleep in my car.
Wait, while you were driving?
While it was parked. I got in. I went in and got like a gift or something, and a card, whatever it was. I got in the car to go over, and I fell asleep. I was so tired from working.
Wow.
The car was in reverse. My foot was on the brake. No. I fell asleep for like 30 minutes.
With your foot on the
brake? With my foot on the
reverse.
brake.
Holy shit.
I woke up, and I drove, and the party was like, way into it. I think it was actually longer than 30 minutes. And they were just like, you okay? I was like, I fell asleep in the parking lot. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, the reverse thing, but my first one year, my first week of teaching, that Thursday, I just parked at like a Quick Trip and I slept for like 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Because it's just so fucking exhausting.
Of course.
It's like,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
That to me is bad, right?
Yes.
I don't know if there's a scenario where you're like, well, you're trying hard for the career. It's like, no,
that's not good. No, that was for teaching, which I didn't even really want to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
so interesting you framed it like that too, because you're absolutely right. Like had the offer been like a work trip, that would be good for my career, and I like my job.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm going to that concert all day.
Yeah.
You know,
But
so it's good way to put it.
there's a difference with, and this is why I think in teaching is the same thing. Where there's a term, Jonathan, that you're probably going to say that I can't remember right now, where it's like they take advantage of your passion for it.
Yeah,
Job creep, or no, that's slightly different. But yeah, no, just punishing you for being good at your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily saying comedy's doing that. I think we're a little bit more in control, I think, of what we choose to do. But I think more times than not, I'm doing the same thing that you're doing. I'm picking the show, and hopefully it's because my family and people that I'm with know that's because it's important to me, and it's sacrifice is the name of the game, I think, in a lot of the entertainment business, because it's passion. It's unique. It's not like a regular job.
right.
You know what I mean? The schedules are always different. The travel is different. And if you don't really want it, it's not for you. Move on. My favorite is get out of the way. If you're not putting it all out there like I am, I just really want you to get out of the way.
I agree.
The hobbyist attitude, and I get it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gatekeeping. I'm not like, you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But my attitude of it is just get out of the way. There was one person, we were doing a show, and she was like, I don't really need to do this. It's not. I just like doing this. You know what I mean? And my brain was, I was like, good for you, but also get out of the way. There's like, I know so many people who would love the spot that you have right now. You're good at this, but it's not what you really want to do. It's like, get out of the way. Just move over.
I agree, because especially there's probably like this for all forms of entertainment, right?
Yeah.
But there's a defined area for people to do this as hobbyists, like they're open mics.
Right.
Like you can go up, do
Yeah.
as many as you want, and
right.
that's fine. But stay away from, if you really don't want to do this, stay away from the club spots. Stay away
Yeah.
from those paying spots.
Sure. That's
know?
right. That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But sticking with the topic of sacrifice, Jonathan, you were going to be a lib, but things got in the way on No King's Day, and you weren't able
we're
to.
telling this story. It's not that interesting.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, fine.
I can.
Nah, forget. We're kind of like halfway through our time.
Here, just in case you're I was going to go to No Kings with my daughter. Something got in the way. I could have gone anyway, but I just decided to let her do her thing, and therefore I couldn't go. I tried to go, but by the time I got there, it was over.
Yeah,
I'm glad we took the time.
Well,
for that.
because if you're listening and you say I don't want to tell that story, your first thought is tell the story.
Sure.
So
yeah,
I just
that's a fair point.
wanted to
That's a
just
fair point.
Yeah.
All right, before we go to break, I already mentioned what I'm doing this weekend. Any shows y'all want to promote real quick? before we go
Yes.
to break.
Jonathan, what you got?
Well, Thursday night, if you're at the Dochi concert, say hi. I'll be there for that. And then
No sacrifice here. He's going to the concert. So.
Oh, don't worry. No one was trying to get me away from it. And then Friday, I'll be in definitely some place where there's a Next Stop show, which I'll be headlining.
Is that Stanford?
I believe it is Sanford, North Carolina.
I should know your schedule
I'll
better.
be
than you.
headlining that Next Stop show there. That's what I got.
Cool. This Friday, October 24th, I will be at Lenny Boy Brewing Company. We're bringing Laugh at Lenny back, as you mentioned. Steve Hofstetter is the headliner. And then on Sunday, the 26th, I will actually be at Duckworth. My first time performing there. Steve Hofstetter and friends.
Hey,
it's a really great lineup. And Steve's really great. So
Nice.
That's my shows this week.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Zoning Out, presented by the Comedy Zone. Jordan Century back with Jonathan Williams and Jason Allen King, and not to serious us out too much because this is a comedy podcast. We want y'all to laugh, but we didn't want to end this episode without saying rest in peace to D'Angelo, amazing R&B
legend.
singer. Yes, absolute legend. Releasing great albums such as Voodoo and Brown Sugar.
Black Messiah. Don't
And
forget
Black
that
Messiah, although I have to say I never could get into that one.
one. I'm not with you on that one.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I tried a couple times. That one didn't quite click for me, but those first two albums definitely were amazing.
Voodoo's a top 10 all-time album for me.
It's
It's Desert Island for sure. I was listening back through to all three albums. Just out of respect and also because he's great. But I hadn't really listened straight through in a while. And all three, man, I was just like, I know he only has 3 albums, but I was like, man, this dude is a real serious contender for R&B GOAT. Like he was an absolute god. I'm so sad to never have seen him live.
Yeah. Yeah. Which to that, I'm glad you said that because, there was a lot of conversation, I think earlier this year, because he was supposed to perform at the Roots Picnic, which is like an annual festival that the Roots host in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And he pulled out, I think kind of on short notice. And there was a lot of speculation of like what went wrong there. And this is a prime example of like maybe why we shouldn't put too much pressure on artists when like things come up and things are kind of like mysterious like that, because you never know what really people are going through.
Yeah.
I just think in general we don't know what people are going through.
Yeah.
Like everyone, a little grace for people. You know what I mean? It's probably
good. I heard one story. It was actually Questlove of Roots fame, and I guess he was a producer on one or more than one of D'Angelo's albums. And he was telling the story about like how
I already know what you're gonna say.
He would just like, I can't remember whether he was saying it was one day or just a habit. I think it was habitual. He was saying he would be at the studio for like just hours and just waiting for D'Angelo to show up. Just hours, just like he would come in like 3-4 hours late. Just completely stoned, like reeking of like just in a cloud of smoke. And then he's like, and then he would lay down the most brilliant shit you've ever heard. So he's like, I just learned to work on his schedule because like that's so, I don't know. I love that.
Some people are like, Lauryn Hill is another one of those.
There is a certain, I don't know what the line is.
Is that why you're late?
Yeah, definitely.
Wait a second.
To be clear, we got here literally the exact same time today.
But that's because I've adjusted to your schedule.
You just did, but I didn't know. You weren't whatever. Anyway, there is a line. I'm not above it, but there is some line, I don't know where it is, where it's like there's a certain level of brilliance where it's just like everybody adjust.
Yeah.
Just work around it because this is how this is how we get that art.
I got real mixed feelings.
I know
about
you.
I was going to say, he actually touched on a very great conversation.
I know you do, but I think there, and as you should, but there are some people where it's just like, do you want the music? Do you want what they're going to make?
What I want to know is, do you associate being late with greatness?
No, not at all.
Well, then that would be my argument. Then are you willing to get the good album? It's like, be on fucking time, dude. There's other people around that need to work and have a life. And how about somebody else needs to come in and record? I don't associate.
But it's D'Angelo.
I get, but I don't associate.
That's my whole argument.
I know. I mean, I get it, man. I mean,
I'm not saying I'd be happy about it.
If Tom York was like, I'm going to be late today, I get it, right? I'm just like, yeah, all right. He's whatever. He's like kind of one of the greatest to ever do it.
Yes.
I get it.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, dude, this guy's making $40 an hour.
I'm not necessarily saying it's cool. I'm just saying it's like, it's reality for some artists.
It's like
it's just like that's what they're gonna do.
But I guess the question would be: is it ego, or is it part of their process, or does it matter? You're saying it just doesn't matter.
I mean, I came into this conversation hot, like I was making an absolute proclamation. But no, my guess is that with someone like that, I could be wrong, but my guess is that it's not ego. My guess is it's just they exist. Like there are some artists, and I think D'Angelo and Lauryn Hill are both.
Also, I'm not trying to talk shit on D'Angelo.
I know.
It's just about the general
conversation. No, I brought up the topic. But I think that they genuinely, and I could be wrong. I could be romanticizing. I don't know. But I think they genuinely just live in a different space than the rest of us. Like I think their brains are just doing something else. I think Frank Ocean is like that. I think Sufjan, and that doesn't mean therefore you're late. Therefore, it doesn't mean that. But it just means there are some people where they're just in a different thing, and it's like my thought is like if you don't want to work with, like, don't work with them then. You know, very reasonably, if you're like, this is what they're like.
There's a too big of a power dynamic for that to be something I would subscribe
That's okay.
to.
Fair enough on that point. But I do think that I don't think it's just them being like ego. I don't think it's just like, I'm doing this because I'm allowed to do this.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like, so
I think it's probably a little bit of that, if not more for some than others, I would say.
Sure. Well, yeah, but for some people, it's probably only that.
Yeah.
But,
It's probably
the
the full gauntlet of it.
I don't know. I mean, it's like,
I'm also not 100% convinced that of what my side of sort of this conversation. I'm not 100% sure either.
It is unfair to the people working. I'm
just
not arguing that
seems-
it's not. It's just, I do think that there are some, I think they're like, at a certain point, you probably find the right team.
Yeah.
How
about this?
That has that built into it.
I will.
You know?
I will say this. I've worked with people, and one of the best things I've ever learned working on film, working with people who refuse to make anything other than great work. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
They're just and the thing has always been, whatever is best for the movie is the answer.
Right.
I don't care if it costs more money, if it takes more time,
Right.
if someone is sacrificed for whatever that might mean.
Yeah.
That attitude I do understand.
Yeah.
And therefore that lends itself to that being like, if that guy needs to have flexibility with his time and we wait a couple hours, if everybody's on the same table,
That's kind of what I'm saying.
there's ways around it.
I think you find your team where that
Kind
they're
of-
like, this is
kinda
how
get that.
they're
Yeah.
like, this is how we work.
Yeah.
We all, you, me, producer, everybody, we're getting
Yeah.
paid the right amount of money.
Right.
We have this is built into our concept of who this artist is and what it is to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
Then
I don't know if you guys heard like The Rock, right? You guys, we all know who The Rock is or
Yeah.
whatever. The more and more stuff's coming out about him that he's not a great guy to work with, apparently. And again, sue
he's
me,
Maui.
Dwayne. I don't know.
he's
but
Maui.
But it's like, so I've heard like, for instance, one thing, because he's starting to sound like, I worked with the guy who did The Wrestler. I always forget names. He was the wrestler. He did 9.5 Weeks. What the fuck's his name?
Yep.
God
Mickey
damn it.
Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. So Mickey Rourke, I can say definitively, is the worst famous person I've ever worked with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah.
He's a bad person.
To the point that you're on mic.
Yeah, I'm
you're
on mic.
just
I don't
like,
give a shit.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll give you my address, Mickey.
Yeah.
The guy who kicked my ass. You know what I mean? But still, like, kind of fuck that guy. He was just bad to people.
Yeah.
He was just awful to be around. He was hateful. Just a bad dude.
like a bitter-
But he was number one on the the
Call
movie
sheet, yeah.
on the call sheet. So he got away with everything. Rental
Yeah.
cars. He would punch rental cars and punch dents in them
Yeah.
because it was like a crazy person. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
That's a
how
different-
much of that genius?
Right.
The Wrestler was amazing.
Yeah.
That's an amazing movie. That guy was fantastic in that movie.
I do think.
The Rock is starting to do some shit like that.
Okay.
Not being aggressive like that, but apparently like he like will pee on set. He doesn't go to the bathroom. He's like, give me a bottle. It's like really weird
That's
shit
really
like that.
bizarre.
Kind of look it up, I guess. I don't give a shit.
I
if
do.
anyone
I think
gets mad
there's a
about
difference between like, lateness and all that, given the conditions we're talking about. That is different than I'm gonna be outright shitty to you and I'm gonna break your property and like violence.
to me,
Like-
this is coming from someone who's late a lot. There's a courtesy about respecting other people's time and
Yeah,
things like
that's
that
true.
that I struggle with a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the idea of not being like nice and courteous to somebody,
Yeah.
especially if you're number one on the call sheet,
Right.
kind of fuck you.
Right. No,
I
could be wrong. I don't think what I was saying before contradicts that necessarily.
yeah.
Like I don't know.
I know it's fuzzy. I'll put it out there that it's fuzzy at least because there was also, I don't think I'm talking at school about this. There was the main director on Homeland was great. I was actually a really big fan of his. He was pretty eccentric, so there was a lot of things that he did that we all wrapped our heads around. It was like, okay, it's just how he does things. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And none of it's like this shit. He was never like discourteous or unkind.
Just
to
kind
anybody.
of
He was
eccentric,
pretty eccentric.
idiosyncratic.
Yeah, he had a lot of eccentricities for sure, and that I was like, I fully appreciated.
Yeah.
Right. Like, because it wasn't. There wasn't any real heat behind it. He wasn't a yeller. He didn't yell at anybody.
It was just like, hey,
unkind.
here's how I work. Let's try and make that happen.
Yeah. And he was very, very good. And again, to me, the biggest part was he wasn't like mean to anybody or unkind. He just was, like I said, had these things. So that's what I would want.
Yes.
The idea of just someone just being mean and being shitty for just because they can and just because it's
no. I got no patience for that.
Yeah. And also didn't sound like what's his name from the Roots didn't really give a shit.
Oh no, that's why. Yeah, in the story, he's telling it he's just like, yeah, that's D'Angelo. Yeah, he's a genius.
Some people are like,
yeah.
Go ahead, Jordan.
No, I was gonna say, Jason, real quick, can you Google, because I want to read the story for people. Can you Google "Old Dirty Bastard" and Mariah Carey?
Okay.
If you haven't heard this story, this is one of the most amazing stories you will ever hear in your life. But while Jason is Googling that, I do want to say, ultimately, I think it just comes down to, are you worth the headache?
Yeah.
It really what it boils down to. And I remember specifically watching the Last Dance documentary on the Chicago Bulls when they were making that last championship run. Yeah. And they were talking about how they would just let Dennis Rodman go off to Vegas for days and just gamble and get drunk. And all
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, you can click that top link
I
right
love
there.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, but when he would come back and it was time for practice, he was leading the laps around the gym. So it's just like,
it's just that was what they knew about him. This is how we're gonna work with it. Everyone agrees. You know.
Yeah. Keep scrolling down. Now, everybody. Speaking of this topic, I just felt like it was relevant. I want to tell y'all about this story. Of Old Dirty Bastard working with Mariah Carey, right? Carey wanted Old Dirty Bastard to be on a remix of one of her songs. I think it was a Fantasy remix. I think that's the name of it. It was like New York.
You want me to sing that part?
No, please.
Okay, I'll wait. You know what? I'll wait till.
And here's the story. It's coming from Mariah's manager or whatever. I reached out to ODB and he wanted $15,000 to rap on the record. At the time, that was a lot of money, but it really wasn't for Mariah Carey's budget, so no problem. He finally showed up 3 hours late, and when he got there, it was about 10:30 at night. He had been drinking and was on the phone when he walked in, irate, screaming at some girl how he's going to come kill her.
Jesus.
He's going to kick her ass, and then whispering, "I love you."
Oh my God.
Then screaming again. This went on for an hour.
Oh no.
Showing up around midnight.
The story is not funny so far, Jordan.
You don't think so? I'm already laughing.
I'm gonna come kill her is what paused me there.
Not loving that.
Okay.
All right, so ODB shows up around midnight, introduces himself by apologizing for the phone argument to those in the studio. Then the rapper demanded champagne and cigarettes.
Okay, now we're back.
You with me now, right? All right.
Champagne and cigarettes
Now,
is awesome.
when the staff suggested it was too late to find the liquor store that would have it, ODB screamed on the staff. Worse, when they showed up with Dutch beer, ODB smashed a bottle on the studio floor.
Good Lord.
Okay.
At this point, Mariah had been calling every hour on the hour, wanting to hear something over the phone. Tommy was pissed.
Tommy Mottola?
Tommy Mottola was pissed because Mariah was keeping them up. So he finally got on the phone with ODB, and after that, finally we started to record. He said one line, classic line if you know the song, "Me and Mariah go back like babies with pacifiers."
Love that.
Then paused and said, "Yo, I need to take a break." And went to sleep for 45 minutes.
He woke up. Harris Teeter.
He woke up and was like, "Yo, let me hear what I did so far." We played this one line back.
I'm sorry, I'm reading ahead. I need to stop reading ahead.
We played this one line back. He sang another line or two, then slept for another hour. He would couple a line, punch that in, go to sleep. He went to sleep 3 different times in the middle of trying to record this one verse.
For at that time, like one of the biggest stars on the planet. Mm-hmm. I mean, Mariah Carey's still famous, but like
He
at that
actually
point.
told the engineer, "Y'all better have your shit set and record it right, because I'm not doing this twice."
You know what? He has an amazing verse on SZA's record it's the last song on SOS.
Really?
Yes,
I don't even remember.
it's fantastic. It's so good.
Oh man. All right. So there's more to the story if we want to read it.
It's up to you.
Go for it.
So basically, they wanted him back to come shoot the video for the song Fancy, right? And the engineer at this point is like, "You have got to be kidding! Like, I don't want to work with this guy again." ODP was down, but he won another $15,000. Right?
I respect the demand of the money. That I like.
Yeah. So they
Yeah.
sent a car. They sent a car to his house, and he drank everything in the limo.
I did. That's what it says.
He showed up to the amusement park and went to his trailer. And Mariah's assistant asked him, "Do you need the stylist to buy clothes for you?" He said, "Nah, this is hip hop. I'm just wearing some jeans and some Timbs."
Yes.
Then he was in the trailer, in and out of consciousness. And when I said, "We're getting ready to do a scene," he was like, "I don't got no clothes. How am I going to do a video if I ain't got nothing to wear?"
No.
I started screaming at him.
Dang.
What?
Oh, all right. So Tommy said, "Take my corporate credit card to the mall." ODB disappeared for a minute, and we found him in a store trying to buy Louis Vuitton luggage. He said, "I'm going to use it for a scene." He came back to the set with all these bags of Tommy Hilfiger clothes and Timberlands. It was finally time for him to shoot the scene, and I promise you, he put on a pair of jeans and Timbs and said, "I'm not going to wear a shirt. I don't need no clothes." I wanted to shoot him.
Yeah. I get it.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wait, is ODB's dead, right?
yes.
I'm not at all surprised.
Rest in
Did you
peace.
just
God.
hear any of that?
You didn't know he was dead?
I guess no. I'm sure I did, but I had forgotten.
Yeah, it's been a few years. Yeah, he's been there for a
Wow,
while.
he got that verse in. And
Yeah,
out.
listen to that.
That was 2022.
This guy, he sounds like he was just in a
Yeah.
a terrible way.
Yeah,
That's
not living great.
ridiculous.
But that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he made
Again,
it,
not
he
at all
made it another
surprised.
20-something years.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
This was like whatever.
Yeah, you ever see those stories like the dudes that like smoke cigarettes and stuff and every
Yeah.
day, and they ask him how they live to be 90? He
Yeah,
was just
right.
like, "Yo, just stay
They
stress
just-
free."
They
Yeah.
just will themselves to be like,
There's a joke that like it's one of his old people jokes that I like. He's like he's like somebody asked this guy he lived to be 100, and they're like, how'd you live to be 100? And he said, "I never smoked, never drank, never went with loose women," which is awesome.
He was
But
never a
said-
good time.
And he said, "My brother did all those things, and he only lived to 99."
wow.
That's pretty funny.
That's kind of great,
It's a fun
actually.
little joke. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
All right,
Good Lord.
everybody.
My favorite line is this one at the bottom. It was ODB's idea to tie up a clown to a light pole during his scene.
I'm sure it was.
That tracks,
Oh,
guys.
man.
Everything I know about him, that tracks.
Dude has vision, is what
Yeah.
you call that.
I'm not sure that was the best example for everything we were just
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, that undercut my point big time.
I completely disagree because it goes back to, are you worth the headache?
Are you worth the
That is a
headache?
classic
Apparently he's worth
song.
the headache. Yeah.
That is a classic song. And he made that song.
I'm
That
not
song,
remembering it,
Mariah's
man.
song?
I gotta
The
hear it
fancy
again.
remix? Oh, he absolutely made that song.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
if you ever listen to it.
He was I mean,
Sounds like he made about
Wu-Tang.
$30,000 on it.
did.
Oh, no, I skipped the other
Points on
15.
the back
'cause
end?
that,
Oh,
that
is that
part was,
right?
he made 45. But anyway, rest in peace to
amazing.
Old Dirty.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, D'Angelo.
D'Angelo.